Hello, my friend, and welcome. So, we're going to do a little bit of something different, and I'm going to try something. Okay. So, for this new moon, I believe it's in Aquarius, right? I'm not sure, but the new moon, right? On, let's see, the new moon on tomorrow, June 14th, and it looks like that is Cancer. It's a new moon in Cancer. Okay. So, the new moon in Cancer. So that's what we're talking about today. The new moon in Cancer. If this message finds you, it's for you. Okay? But it is up to you to decide and decode and discern what parts are for you and how resonant they are. Okay? We're just going to let spirit, I'm going to call in all of the high benevolent spirits. I'm going to call in your I'm going to call in your highest self. Actually, I'm feeling like this is a message from your future self slash your highest self. This is very interesting. Okay. Little light language. Lekiamat kuya matikiats. Lekiamat kuya lehiama nia kuyats naka. Lehiama yaka mot miats yanata ya. You are being guided very strategically at this time. It is important that you do not try to jump ahead. So there's something in here that's coming in here about the ego wanting to hurry things along, wanting things to be where they are, like further along than what they are, showing greater signs of maybe what is showing up now. But Spirit wants to gently remind you, gently remind you that what's for you can't be taken away ever, even by those who practice sorcery or black magic or any kind of other hurtful service to self type of agenda, or uh, like magic through that type of way. Okay, what's for you cannot be taken away, Spirit says. This is where your trust and your faith comes in and overrides the situation. You having trust and saying like, okay, I'm sorry, like that can't be taken away. And it being like a very matter of fact, almost like you know what your name is, right? It's like it's a very matter of fact thing. You just say it like, oh, my name is Angelica. You don't say, I think my name is Angelica, right? You say, my name is Angelica. It's a very matter of fact thing of like, this is mine, it can't be taken away. So you're not fighting it. You're not fighting, you're not trying to fight something else for it. Or you're not even in this kind of battle of wills where something seemingly higher than you can know more than you and take things away from you. No. Mm-mm. Not to the one that knows themselves, Spirit says. Not to the one that knows himself, and not to the one that intends to know themselves. Because even if something was ever taken away in that kind of regard, it's always retrieved, it's always resolved, it's always restored, it's always replenished with ooh, with interest, with interest. It's like a debt you're owed. Interesting. Interesting. There's also a sense here that if anybody, like to those who may be in debt, or in debt, like indebted, yeah, in debt. Pay special attention to where you indebt yourself to others, ingratiate yourself to others, or put others above you on a pedestal, or even like more importance. Like, oh, they've been on YouTube for how this whole long, and this they've been on YouTube for such and such amount of years, and they got it all figured out. No, they're still a human figuring it out. They might have some of the things that you're trying to figured out, but they don't necessarily have everything figured out. Savvy? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? um, this all goes back into trust. Trust what you know, trust what you feel, trust what you sense, trust what comes up. Work with it. Don't resist it. Stop resisting. Some of y'all are out here resisting reality. You're resisting the reality of things. And this is where it might get real for some of my empaths, some of my sensitive folks out here. I okay. Stop resisting people. Your preference to animals over humans was pre-designed by you. So you could actually move yourself through that resistance to people. Because if you're watching this and you have an ad, wait, adversity? No, you have like, I want to say an adverse reaction to people, like basically saying that you prefer animals to people. This message is for you. You're going to have to accept that you're here a lot of times to work with people. And for some of you, very specifically, it's actually to bridge human and animal communication. Okay? But for those of you resisting reality, so is what how we said it before, is resisting the reality that you are in a simulation, yes, with other souls, yes, that you're in a reality where you all need each other. You all need each other. Not one person can do this all alone and survive and be balanced mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Not one. So stop resisting the reality that there are other humans here. Start considering what I'm hearing, that you may have had certain experiences that colored your perception, and I'm hearing purview of people and of what connecting with people meant. You've had experiences where that has been less than pleasant, okay? And we're not here to diminish the unpleasantness of some of these interactions. We are here to say, though, that this is not a mistake. This is how this realm works. It's not to punish you and to make you prove your worth. It's to allow you through your own work in yourself, with yourself, practicing, right? Meditating, It's through that work that you're meant to bring yourself through your own resistance to people or your own resistance to reality, to the realities that face you. Some of you hate money, yet you're blocking it because you hate it. You're blocking it from actually flowing into your life because you hate it, but you hate it because it's part of this reality that you haven't learned to accept yet. Because you've had experiences in the past that colored it again in a negative or unpleasant manner. Spirit is bringing up these two very, very specific experiences for a reason. Okay, so if you're watching this and you've experienced this or you find yourself resonant like with this is for you. I'm hearing stop resisting reality. People are here for you. Just because you've had experiences where people in the past have been unkind or violated your space, your boundaries, 11:11 on the clock as I was saying that. Just because you've had those experiences doesn't mean that's everybody. Doesn't mean that there aren't other people that you're meant to meet in this life that actually can help you heal, can help you resolve those wounds, can help you move into a more empowered headspace or emotional space. Okay? Just as there have been those who hurt you, there are also those on the other side of the spectrum. Okay? I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills. Okay? Don't discount or discredit people just because there have been a few that you have pre-designed and predetermined and are resonant with for a reason, because it's part of that catalyst, that trigger that helps you move out of disempowerment, out of scarcity, out of disconnection. Okay? Two very specific examples here. Okay? Money and then like dislike towards people. Hele yamako oye sanati ha amako oye. Laha ilaha yamako oye hi ha sanataku malakea nata. The new moon, okay? The new moon in Cancer is bringing you back home. Specifically to those who are watching this video at this time, it doesn't matter when in time you're watching it, the time is always now. Time is always perfect if you're watching this now. The new moon in Cancer, or I'm hearing the new moon, is bringing you into a new sense of home. This home is oriented within the self. Okay? This home that you are, this vessel that you are, has needs, has physical needs, emotional needs, spiritual needs. It has mental needs. These needs are going to be highlighted. So what I'm seeing, and you can choose to do this or not, but what I'm seeing Spirit give me is take a piece of paper and you're going to write down on your piece of paper, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, right? And you can do it on 4 different pieces of paper, however you like, but writing those down and then needs after it, right? Emotional needs, spiritual needs, mental needs, physical needs. Under physical needs, movement, right? Movement, clean food, right? Clean water. Ooh, some of you, that's an extra confirmation right there. The water, pay attention to your water and how clean it is. Because yes, it does have a taste. Yes, you can tell the difference. And there's a reason why you're made up of water. You need to be having it. Water is medicine. The right water is medicine. Okay, so what you're going to do You're going to do that through all of them. Emotional needs. What are your emotional needs? Right? Um, and I'm even hearing to say this, like, this can go under mental or emotional needs. But when you receive news or information that is shocking, what do you need? Some of you might need to click that shit off, whether it's on the TV or if it's on social media or the person is in your space physically. Stop. I need to regulate my nervous system right now. Some of you guys need to recognize when you're receiving certain information, you're so disconnected from your body, you don't realize that your body is responding and reacting, and you are none the wiser, is what I'm hearing. This new moon in Cancer is going to start to create cross connections back through the mind body spirit complex as it pertains to home, as it pertains to safety. Safety and security. This isn't safety and security as you might have previously known it, or even like safety and security as we see in society. Because we see security as, oh, you got to have all the security cameras, right? The security, wow, what's going on here? You got to have the security cameras and the security system and this and that. That's not the type of security that is true security. You know what I mean? True security, true safety is built, it's inbuilt, it's built within. So those security systems might be an external reflection when in alignment. That's not the case for everybody. Okay? A lot of people are buying these security systems and security cameras from what? Fear, survival. Oh my God, I get somebody's going to rob me. I get from fear. So there is a connection that is being made within the mind, within the body, within the spirit. So don't be surprised if you start having revelations, epiphanies, aha moments around, oh, that's actually how I feel safe in my body. Oh my God, I don't feel safe right now. Some kind of clarity, it feels like, is coming in that's going to help you click the truth. I mean, capital T, not the truth that we're given and we're sold and we're programmed and indoctrinated with. I'm talking about capital T, always true, no matter what. Okay? The truth of what that true security, safety, and sovereignty look like and mean. Because these are frequencies, yeah? They're states of being. Like when I'm playful and goofy, you know it. You know it. You know I'm playful, I'm giggly, you can see it. I'm being a little kind of like childlike and maybe a little impish. You can see it. It's a state of being, right? So security, safety is a state of being within. It's a state of being saying, well, no matter what tries to shake it, I want to say shooketh, I want to say shooketh me. Whatever tried to shooketh me externally has to get through your whole internal system first. If you have taken the time to safeguard your system, how interesting we use that word, And that's like a company, right? Safeguard or something. I don't know. Let me catch it again. True safeguarding within your system looks like reparenting, looks like reprogramming. It's the mundane, everyday practice that you put in that nobody else fucking sees, that's not glamorous, that's not gram worthy, that's not, honestly, that really doesn't need to be seen except by those who are holding you, whether in the unseen or in the seen. It, it, it's a very internal process, and it is private and it is isolated because you're not meant to, it's actually meant to, I feel like that's part of the process of realizing what is truly safe, is you become very isolated so that in that isolation you become clear in just how unsafe and insecure other things actually are, or where your insecurities might come from, might stem from. Okay? I think that's the end of that transmission. There's another transmission coming through. Okay, here's the last bit of that message. Security is, again, we say inbuilt. It's built internally. So when you go into that space that's isolated, the dark night of the soul, that is part of you creating that inner sanctuary for yourself. It needs to happen in isolation. It needs to happen in those spaces. Does it suck? Yeah, especially if you like being around a lot of people. uh, yeah, yes, it can. But that's part of that cocoon of safety that you're creating, even when you don't even realize you're creating it. Okay? Safety and security are a state of being. So practice those states of being. Practice, what does safety feel like? If safety feels like peace, calmness, presence, right? What does peace or what does security or safety feel like for you? Does it feel like support? You know, what does it feel like? What quality, what characteristic, what state of being does safety feel like? And then practice feeling that. That's for someone very specific out there um, that needs to start practicing that internal. Because let me tell you, all I can say is, I'll say from the last, I've been doing this work since August 2017. Okay. And I didn't see it for a long time, and I feel like I'm barely just starting to see it. But when you, having done a lot of freaking work, wow, what is that? Oh, that's crazy. That looked like a crazy ass bug, and it was just like a hair, and it was interesting. Anyways, wow. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, oh, whoa. Okay. Okay. Very interesting. There was a wasp that came in, and then there's a centipede that's coming towards me. Oh, very interesting. No, 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 no. You get to go that way, that way, that way. Oh, man. That's crazy. Okay. So we're getting a little bit of interference, but we're also getting some medicine here. Okay. So I'm going to make sure, try to make sure that I'm not, and I seen that guy earlier. So centipede medicine may be very, very significant here. Okay. Wasp medicine can be very significant here. But it's funny because we're talking about security and safety. You could see how I just responded. Like, oh my God, crazy. What I was saying was that in my time of doing this work and spending so, like, at this point, I've spent thousands and thousands of hours alone, healing, in it, crying, doing all the things. And within that space, I can see how over the last 10 years or 10 or not even 10 years, not quite 10 years, almost has almost 10 years has been creating this safe space for me to hold myself in. That is where that within you, that spaces, those spaces that you hold yourself, those spaces where you start to listen to yourself, those spaces where you give yourself room and space and time to be in, and you hold yourself and you become aware of yourself. That space, that is safety. That is the sanctuary. That's security. Okay? It's very deep within. The external inorganic or inverted how do I say this? There is a it's like there is an inorganic or inverted version of that, which is the cameras, the door cameras, right? The door cameras, the cameras that, like, I swear, everybody's just getting cameras all over the place, and that's fine. There's no judgment from me, but it always makes me. I'm always like kind of tuning into the energy underneath, and typically what I pick up is it's fear. Like, I can see if you're a techie and you just love the shit and it's coming from joy, and I'm like, yeah, I love tech, and it's like I'm doing this and I'm keeping the property secure. It's all a state of being. So really what I'm getting at the bottom of it is, where are you getting your sense of security, your sense of safety from? If it's an external piece of equipment or technology and that's what's giving you the peace of mind, it's time to now start to practice the inner sanctuary and being a safe space for yourself. Because a lot of us aren't actually safe space for our own self, for our own sovereignty, for our own soul. Big, big, big. Sorry, that was a little muddled, but we got through there. And we even had kind of fear come up. Like, we had like freaking, that's crazy. That's crazy. And I haven't seen a centipede out here until today. This is really crazy. And that's the second time I was seeing the guy. So I'm like, where? That's crazy. Yeah, he's right there. 1 second. No, let's, I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. But see, and I got to, and it sucks to be like, oh my God, because I'm not going to edit this out. But honestly, that just goes to show you I have things too. We all have things. We all have those things that we think oh, I'm safe. I feel safe. I feel secure. And then something comes along like a little centipede and exposes the blind spot where we thought we were all good. So that is a message in and of itself. whenever you think you're completed, oh, I'm done. I'm done with the healing process. I'm done with this. No, you're not. That is that's spiritual ego a lot of times in disguise, saying, "Oh, I'm done. I'm done." Um, and I was hearing that's also part of the second alchemical. You can get stuck in the whitening of the alchemical process, and you're thinking, "Oh, this is the end. I'm done." It's after you come out of the dark night of soul. No, you ain't done. It's an ongoing. It's part of the cycle of life. You're never you're not done. Like unless you did, you're not done. Okay? And even then, even when you die, there's always another process. There's always something else. There's always something more. There's always something more. You're never done, my friend. Okay? Don't get stuck in spiritual ego thinking, "Oh, I'm done with the healing. I'm done with this. I'm done with that." Because trust me, you will find something else that needs to be healed. Think of it. This is the other message that's coming through. Think of healing like you would think of fitness. Okay? We've learned in fitness, fitness isn't there as something that you go and you travel to and you're just done. Hunter, that you just go and you're done. Okay? It's an ongoing everyday practice. Day in, day out. You give yourself rest days and then you go and you do the thing. And you know what I mean? It's a process, an ever unfolding process. It's not something that you get to and then you stop. It's an ever going process because that's how nature is. It's always growing, it's always expanding, it's always evolving. And through healing practices and modalities and breath work and retreats and different things like that, these are tools to help you move through the things. It's not to help you get there so that you can be done. Okay? Never, ever, ever are you going to be done growing. That's not what we came here to do. Okay? To think that you're done healing means that you think you're done growing in my book. Okay? And that's just not true. Even if you're a newer soul, even if you're a newer soul that came here and doesn't have a lot of karma, you might not be here to like clear karma and do things, but doesn't mean you're not here to grow, right? There's things that a lot of these newer souls don't realize, that when they landed on a planet Earth, which is a university, right? I think of it as a university. It's not just a school, it's a university. You're gonna learn some shit. And you're gonna think you have it all fucking figured out, but you don't. Okay? So don't get caught up in thinking you have it all figured out, because that's when the rug pull comes. Okay? Everybody has work to do and it's constant. If they're not doing it, don't judge people. Just do your work. That's all that matters. Do your work. Inspire others to do their work. The more that of us that are doing the work, we're the ones creating these new systems, right? New templates for how we do things, how we relate, how we interact, how we be in society, how we can normalize, have new normalizers, normalcies, new normalcies. There's a new normal, right? And normal can actually just go out the window. It's like whatever you are, that's normal. I feel like that's the paradox. Like you are all I feel like the paradox is you're already normal, but you've been taught that there's a template to what normal actually is, but normal is just your own sense of normalcy. right? What is, what is, what is that? What's that saying? It's not, I don't think it's normal. I don't think it's the, I don't think that they use the word normal. But anyways, I'm gonna say it. And it's to the, something to the effect of what's normal for the spider is chaos for the fly, right? To each their own. Your normal is your true north. And whatever your, sorry, I'm looking behind me because I'm like, I don't want that centipede to sneak up on me. Anyways, what's normal for you is normal for you. It might be chaos for someone else, but it doesn't mean it's not normal for you. So there's somebody out there that's, I don't know if you're questioning normalcy, or you wish you could be normal, or you wish that like something is there about, somebody's asking or questioning about norm, like being normal, what's normal, like normal sees, different things like that. You're unique, which is paradoxically normal for you. Okay? Find the paradox. Of the paradox, I feel like that is the paradox. You're unique, which is normal in your universe. And what's normal for you might be crazy for someone else, and vice versa. But what you, yeah, I feel like I just keep going on. So for the sake, for the sake of not continuing to continue to go in a circle, I'm going to leave it there. Okay? Your version of normal is normal. Stop questioning it. Stop going around, because I feel like someone keeps going around in their head. What's normal? What's normal? What's normal? No, you're normal. The 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 clarity lies in realizing that you were taught you weren't normal, or and maybe you've experienced it in your family systems and your friendships, and you're like a black sheep and you're this and that, right? I'm just not normal. No, you are. You were just taught or believed or inherited otherwise. You believed it differently, and now it's time to realize, no, actually what you are, that's normal. That's your normal. And if other people don't vibe with it, cool. They don't vibe with your version of normal. It's not a thing. It doesn't need to be a thing. Okay, what else? I think that's, it's getting kind of windy. I think that's about it. I need to go take this guy that's let me go take this, because I have a, if you see, I'm sitting on a carpet, and the guy, the little centipede is underneath the carpet, and I'm like, I need to go take this carpet some more. Anyways, my friends, this new moon in Cancer is illuminating a lot of these types of questions: safety, security, needs, home. I'm even feeling mother too, right? That's I want to say that's fifth house, right? Cancer. Yeah. Cancer, mother, home, intuition. There's a lot of things that this is affecting, but really it feels like foundations. Home, foundations, needs, security, safety, and how all of those kind of interrelate and interact for you in the highest and best way, and exposing what's not working, the patterns that aren't working, the things that aren't serving your highest good, the things that are keeping you small, the things that are not allowing you to express your needs, or whatever it is. Because what I'm hearing is what we've What I channeled here today was exactly what those who will watch either now or in the future, what is coming up. It's going to match exactly what's coming up for you at this time. So trust that. Trust whatever else is coming up for you, because I am not the end all be all say in your fucking reality, right? So I'm going to point the power back to you, and my friend, just during this time, just be present with what's coming up. What's coming up around those Cancer themes? Home, I want to say mother, matriarch, the divine feminine, that type of energy, safety, security, needs, having your needs met, expressing your needs, and just whatever comes up around those, plus whatever comes up for you, is exactly what needs to come up for you. Just be present. That's all you need to do. You can't get it wrong unless you just don't fucking try. Okay? That's what I You can't get it wrong unless you just don't try. So, I think that's what we're going to go with. My little QQ is here. Hi, QQ. Hi. What's she doing? Cute, cute. Okay. He's saying hi. And that's it, my friends. Have a blessed new moon in Cancer. I will see you in the next one. And I'm so grateful to have you here. Blessings.